Hi, I'm Harry Toozle, and let me tell you why I offer 2 months of free coaching. It first of all gives me a chance to give you real value. It secondly, you can to see how I really work, and I don't really believe sales pitches work if you make promises unless the person can see what you do for themselves. So I don't like sales pitches. I'd rather give you real value and give you a chance to try before you buy. Now, in our very first session, and in this 2 months, this is what we'll cover. I'm going to look at your profit, sales, customers, and products and services. Now, that conversation will unlock a whole range of issues. We'll ask about your dreams, vision, and aspirations for the future. We'll discuss your goals for the next year. I'll ask the question on how you're doing right now, because if one is not doing well right now, it's no use dreaming about the next 5 years. Get the now right then. And then, what is your milestones and to achieve your vision and dreams? Put that in place, even in the first session. Now, with that said, I've been coaching business owners and managers for almost 20 years. I've been lecturing in management for almost 10 years. My full-time focus, of course, is business owners and managers and coaching them. I've, in the past, working with dinosaurs, no, not really. I was an economist and a project leader. I dealt with and worked with a range of consulting and research reports in the construction and housing industry. I was a facilitator and speaker at conferences and seminars, national, international, and I've written a fair amount of research reports and consulting reports. Now, why do I like working with people who owns businesses or manages them? Well, that's where the rubber hits the road. The decisions has real impact. They have often immediate impact or at least a short-term impact. One thinks about the future, but you always think about what has to be done now to set the future up. So all the dreaming and discussion and vision comes down to actions that needs to be taken right now to set oneself up to keep the momentum going. And this is a question that's always been at the top of my mind. What motivates and inspires people? Since the first day I walked into a class in industrial psychology at university, I have been fascinated by what makes people tick, what makes them go. And I did not become a psychologist, but I've thought about and used this thinking, and I've read widely on the issue because this is at the core of making a business more effective. Because the minute you grow, it's people that you need to grow. More people, more suppliers, more customers. So if you think about that, what motivates people? How do we market to them? How do we manage them? How do we convince suppliers to give us the best and give us good service? With that said, motivation and inspiration just fades away if nothing gets accomplished. Hence my real emphasis on results around goals, around profit and sales and customers and products and services. So nothing gets done without inspiring and believable goals around those areas, but others too, but you start there. Now, send me a request. I'll send you a free video and workbook, by the way, that is going to cover some of those first topics that I cover in my first workshop. It's not the same as me working with you personally and asking you questions, but it covers the topics and it will help you reflect and think about those issues. So there's no obligation on you. You can really pull out after our first telephone conversation, the first time we meet. So with that said, I also say to people, life is more than business. And the reason I bring this into a very business-focused topic is I want you to succeed on your terms and have a great life. I would rather you never talk to me and never see me. But remember this, life is more than business. And I say this because I've met too many people who have regret. Uh, it just happens by accident that you have a conversation and it turns to this after a meeting or a session you've had with someone. And they have a sadness in their eyes or in their body language around the fact that they did not spend enough time with their children, their spouse, their partner, their friends and family, hobbies they liked, pursuits they loved. And it is not worth it. So I don't want to push people into great business success and the rest of their life is nothing. So that's what I mean by I would rather have you have a great life and never talk to me because I don't see the point in us helping you or helping me achieve great success in business if our lives are not great. With that said, I focus always on profit, sales, customers, products and services. You get the idea. Yeah, we've got to get results in those areas. That gives us the size of your aspirations and the context within which we're talking about. It's also then begs the question, what will it take to get there? How do we get to these aspirations you've put in place? Of course, that will, help you weigh up options about life, which may be beyond our discussions, but it will help with that. This will also help us maintain a strategic perspective. So strategy is not about dreaming; it's about achieving the great goals and implementing your plans. Clear goals, and then what do you want to accomplish? And once you've got that clear, then all the business planning and strategy and vision and uh, sales methods, marketing, leading people, motivating and inspiring people, all that can now be brought to bear with a very clear focus on the direction you want to take and what you want to achieve. With that said, send me a request. I'll send you that free video and workbook, which you will find of great value, I believe. There's no obligation on you. You can pull out after our first conversation, but you will gain clarity of purpose. You will think through the implications of the decision you are making. Um, we'll put in place key milestones to achieve your vision and goals. And you'll get the benefit of that outside perspective and a sounding board from me. And with that said, send that request now. I do hope to speak to you soon. And all that's left is to wish you a great life and a very successful business.